Hey everybody, welcome to the Behind the Brick podcast. And we are back with our first video of 2025, and we are here with SBS Productions. How's it going today?
It's going all right. And how are you guys?
I'm doing all right. How about you, Harry?
I'm doing amazing.
Yeah. So, SBS, what inspired you to start making brick films, and how long have you been making them?
Well, let's see. I've always watched like YouTube videos of like brick films pretty much since I knew what YouTube was. So I basically grew up watching like Forest Fire and Aubrey Studios A2. And so I've been making brick films. My sister and I, we used to make brick films
Yeah.
on her iPod Touch. There was like a stop motion app, not stop motion studio. I don't remember what it was, but we just made little like dumb like 30-second shorts. But those are all unfortunately lost to time because we got iCloud locked out of it. But when I would say I started making like actual like full on brick films, 2021 is when I like started posting to YouTube.
Yeah. What inspired you to start making a Batman series, and what are some of your future plans for it?
All right. So I remember kind of piggybacking off of my last response. 2021, COVID, school. What was I doing besides schoolwork? And school was basically useless. So I spent a lot of time trying like watching brick films, and that's when I kind of discovered. I found like Crisis Studios, I found J-Red, stuff like that, and as well as like PB Eocon. Crap, I forget how to say his name, but he has the Year One series.
Oh yeah.
But I found him as well, and then I forget what video it was, but like when Crisis uh when he promoted the mate server, I joined that, and then that's kind of what got the camel rolling. Straw that broke the camel's back, and I got back into making brick films, and so I started with the Batman series just because that was popular, and I just, it's Batman, might as well. So I started I made a Batman series pretty much. It was based on a lot of what was going on at the time, like Year One of and like Crisis stuff, essentially. And
He
as
doesn't look Batman, am I right?
yeah, future plans, they're going to be so it's going to be 5 episodes. So episodes 1 and 2 are out now, and then 3 through 5 are filmed. They're just not fully edited yet, but those will be coming out hopefully before the end of the year. And then that'll be the end of my Batman series. I might do another one like separate continuity, but I'm still toying around with that, so I'm not entirely sure. But it'll be like a 5 episode miniseries, essentially.
How long did it take you to film all of those? Because you said 3 through 5 are all filmed.
Yeah.
How long did all of that take?
I'm trying to remember. When did I don't remember when I started, but I would say I filmed basically all three of those back to back. And so I would say that maybe took a few months.
Wow.
You
must really have a strong drive to get these out.
Yeah, I mean, I had been kind of delaying it because originally I was supposed to have a Batman episode 3 out years ago, but and it was going to be based on the Long Halloween, but I lost a lot of the footage, and then I kind of lost the motivation to redo it, so I had to retool a lot of what I was doing, and I just got busy doing other stuff and other projects. So, but I got the drive back to finish Batman, so that's hopefully what I plan to do by the end of the year.
I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
What caused you to join the MLU, and what characters are you doing for it?
So what caused me to join the MLU is probably because I got recruited for the LDCU.
Yeah.
And most of the people are the same between them. So I mean, that's probably 90% of the reason. But what characters I'm doing, I'm actually going to be doing Heroes for Hire.
Ooh.
Oh,
So
With the
that was
friendly
teased at the
bro.
end of the Iron Fist video by Fine Line, so we're finally getting back to that. But that's in very early stages of
I think
development at the moment. But yeah, that'll hopefully be coming out eventually. I don't know.
I think you chosen. I think you got a really good project there going because the dynamic between Luke Cage and Danny Rand, it's really good. And
Mhm.
I know most people are gonna say this, and I'm gonna probably get hate for this in the comments, but I enjoyed Netflix's Iron Fist. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just the fact, the dynamic between them two in the Netflix show and any other animated series you've seen, like the Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes.
Mm.
The dynamic, I can't speak today. The dynamic between them, I just love it. It's like they have a banter, and it's just like the siblings.
I haven't
brilliant.
actually seen that show though. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen it.
It's fantastic,
I've been meaning to watch Daredevil Born Again though.
dude. You're
I've
missing
heard
out.
it's really good.
Oh yeah, 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again tomorrow, bro. I'm gonna get Muse.
I've only seen the first episode so far. I'm
Isn't there
I'm a slow watcher.
Isn't there like 3 episodes
I
out
think there's
now?
like 3 or 4 out right now. I
No,
don't remember.
hold on.
Yeah, because don't they come out like
We
every
got 2 out
Tuesday?
that time. 3. There's been 4 out so far. So we get 5 and 6 tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
that's a
still
little
haven't
weird.
watched X-Men 97 though. And that
Okay,
came out like over a year ago. I
Okay.
still
Okay,
haven't
now
seen
you're
it.
insulting me, buddy, because I love X-Men. Fun fact, I play Sabretooth for somebody, and my voice isn't good in it. Okay,
I'm
shut
a
up.
super slow watcher, okay? Like it
Yeah, I
takes
thought
me
I
a
was
while to
bad.
finally like commit to watching a show, like something new that I haven't seen before.
Logan, if you don't watch it, I'll watch you. No, wait.
Wait, hold up.
Hold on.
I'm about to get watched, okay?
Watch him.
Comment down below your thoughts on that. So what is your main source of inspiration when it comes to writing?
When it comes to writing, probably music. I would say because I'll give the story behind what happened with my Ant-Man 2 film is that was basically written backwards because I'd listened to the Michael Jackson song that plays over the credits, and then like in my head I thought to myself this would be good like during like a shitty breakup, and then it just kind of clicked in my head, oh, I could do this with Ant-Man, and then I kind of wrote the story backwards to like why would they break up, how did this happen. So I would say a lot of my stuff comes from like inspirations of like music, whether it be like instrumental or like actual vocal, like actual songs,
Right.
and then just like other shows, movies, comics.
I think I actually saw your Ant-Man video, the first one,
Mhm.
what was it, Legacy of Ultron?
Yeah.
I don't remember a whole lot about it, so I'm willing to ask, what is your like opinion on like the original Ant-Man comics of him like hitting Janet all the time? Because I think that was a little weird of him
Yeah,
doing that.
I mean, we're probably not adapting that for Atlas.
Wait, hold on. You're Atlas?
Yeah.
Hey, my guy.
How did you not know that?
I'm Hulk. I'm doing Hulk, bro.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Kind of piggybacking off of this conversation here. What actually inspired you to make Ant-Man and the Wasp: Legacy of Ultron, even though you kind of told us that a little bit ago?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was just this was years ago now. Jeez, time flies. But yeah, thy video maker, head of Atlas, he kind of just came up to me. He was actually supposed to originally play the Riddler in Batman Episode 2, but that
Yeah.
just like never ended up happening. But he like remembered me, so he came up and he asked me to join Atlas. And then of the projects he had available, I kind of just picked Ant-Man just because. And then he was more like the comic Ant-Man guy. All I really knew about Ant-Man was the movies, but I did a lot of research. Actually, good resource I use for a lot of my videos is rest in peace, Comic Storian. But yeah, I mean, it's just so a lot of inspiration came from just watching videos.
I remember that video maker once came to me about joining Atlas. I don't remember what project I was gonna do. It may have been Guardians of the Galaxy, which is what I'm doing now for LMS. I don't know if you've heard of them yet. You might have because of Payday.
The what?
Yeah,
What's
because of Payday,
LMS?
you might have heard of us. But yeah, that's what I'm doing
What's
for
LMS?
LMS now. But I think I was originally gonna do something along those lines for Atlas at first before LMS and all that started, and I got roped into that because I'm friends with the people who made that. But
Yeah.
who is your favorite brick filmer and why?
All right. So I'll give a current answer and then a legacy answer. So current, I would probably go with J-Red 56, just because I mean he's kind of like the jack of all trades. You know, he has good animation, good story, good characters.
Solid.
It's just everything's solid with him, and I don't remember if I mentioned it earlier, but yeah, he was one of the ones that did kind of inspire me to do a Batman series, which led to me doing other stop motions, which led to me here. But I would say he's probably my favorite current, and then legacy I would definitely have to go with Aubrey Studios 82, just because bro literally raised me.
Yeah, he was also part of what got me into stop motion was him, and I think it was like Flapjack Films. I watched them when I was younger. Aubrey Studios, I don't know why, but I always thought he was like a little funnier than Forest Fire.
Honestly, I'm inclined to agree. I think he had, it's sort of like Family Guy and The Simpsons, where like they're both funny. It's just people have preferences for either's comedy style, and I think I lean towards like Aubrey just a little bit more.
I feel like I'll probably get shouted out, but with the comments, I'm probably by one of you. But I think at this moment in time, I think was it Forest Fire? Yeah, Forest Fire. I don't think he's really up to par anymore with his comedy, because at the moment I feel it's just like it's just a bunch of swearing now. It's just like swear words, dark humor.
Yeah,
it feels repetitive at this moment in time. So I remember watching.
I am inclined to agree with that as well. I mean, he still have very good animation, like way better than I'll ever have.
Like, top tier, but like his sketches now are just repetitive. And with Aubrey, I remember watching Aubrey's Lego Iron Man video where he suits up and it's just like gory or whatever. And I was laughing my butt off like 2 straight minutes watching it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. His Grinch video.
Oh, I never even watched it.
What was that
Hate
about?
me all you want, but I'm just saying from my own personal opinion, it just I don't know, it just didn't hit the same way as like his older videos did, It's just not the same as it used to be with him, I guess.
What plans do you have for your Wonder Woman project with the LDCU?
Well, I mean, that is fully animated right as of now, but I'm still waiting on some voice actors to get back to me. So, I mean, that's actually been fully animated for months now. Wow. It's just been a while, and I'm not very good at like actually reminding voice actors. Like I'll get them, and then I'll forget to remind them, and then they'll forget, and then 3 months later, the video's not out. So I mean, we're getting back on track. So I hope to have it out.
Yeah.
Eventually, hopefully within the next few months. I don't know. I'm horrible at projecting release dates.
Oh, so am I.
That's why I always say, like, I don't even want to say, oh, it'll be out by April, because there's a good chance it won't be.
Yeah, that's why I never like give exact release dates.
Yeah, unless it's 100% done, I'm never going to confirm a release date on anything.
Understandable, really. I also asked for the voice actors thing. If you ever need any help, I'm always available.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, and
So,
if you ever need a really bad British voice actor, I'm always available.
Yeah, I might need
Do you
that.
have any advice for those who are new to brick filming, and is there anything you'd like to improve upon in your own videos?
Oh, all right. Advice for new brick filmers is, I would say, don't follow the crowd, and like don't follow what's popular now. Like, do the stuff that you want to do. Like, just because Daredevil is out right now, don't feel like you have to make a Daredevil show. Like, if you want to, that's that's fine and totally valid, but don't just do it because that's what's out and that's what's popular. Because I feel like if you spend your whole time trend chasing, you're not going to enjoy it as much. Whereas if you just do a brick film because you want to, you'll get more enjoyment out of it. And I would say a lot of it is just experience, like learning, like getting better animation. It's just a time thing. It's just the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And
Yeah.
as for what I'd like to improve, I would say main thing is probably editing. I don't know. Editing has just never been my favorite thing to do. And I kind of just, it can kill a video for me. Is like, I'll be super hyped for it, and then I get to editing and it just kind of slows me down. So I would love to improve editing. And honestly, that it might be easier if I had like better editing software, but I edit all my stuff on my phone just because it's easier for now. But
Yeah.
I'm probably
Yeah.
considering moving over to my laptop or computer or something. But
Understandable. So, I must ask you, what is the longest project you've worked on so far?
like longest time working on it.
Yeah.
All right. Currently, I'm pretty sure it would be Ant-Man 2. I think that took around like 6 months between like starting anime, or actually like starting writing and then finishing. Actually, I'm not going to count starting writing because like I've fully written videos like years ago that still haven't come out yet, so I'm not going to count writing. But like starting animation, but and release was like 6 months for Ant-Man 2. But the way things are going now, it'll probably get beat by Wonder Woman because that's been animated for months. So, for now, longest video I've worked on is Ant-Man 2, but that very likely to be beat by Wonder Woman.
Ah. So, there's another show that you're doing, X-Men. What plans do you have for that?
All right. So X-Men, it's going to be 3 seasons.
Ooh.
So season 1, what's currently being worked on now, will have 10 episodes, and they're all kind of hopefully going to be around the same length, the same like 12 to 15-minute range. And a lot of it is very much based off of X-Men Evolution, the show from the 2000s.
Right.
Because I want to say that's probably my favorite X-Men show, at least that have been made. Because as much as I enjoy like the original '90s show, and as good as '97 is, I think I just like it. I like Evolution just kind of spoke to me, and that is kind of what made me want to do an X-Men series. But yeah, so season 1 will be 10 episodes. Season 2, it'll be a lot shorter, probably only like 4 episodes, but they'll be like longer. So season 2 is more of like a straight, like one singular long story, whereas season 1's a bit more of like one episode adventure, season finale, like that kind of thing. It's a lot more episodic. And then season 3, I don't have a ton of like, I don't. It's not a lot's concrete at the moment, but I know generally what's going to happen in it. I just haven't like written anything, or I don't have it fully planned out yet.
Ah.
Well, I have a even better question to ask you.
Oh boy.
Who's your favorite DC or Marvel character? I swear I ask these questions every time. Anyway.
Can I do one for both? Just
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
all right.
Hopefully, Logan doesn't kill me.
Marvel, I would probably have to go with Nightcrawler from X-Men, just because it's Nightcrawler. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, old language.
Oh, sorry. Whatever.
You
can bleep me.
yeah.
Nah, it's fine.
But Nightcrawler, just I don't know. He's cool. And then for DC, Tim Drake, again, because he's cool. Probably mostly because of the Lego games.
Understandable, honestly.
If I had to choose from DC and Marvel, I see Marvel Reptile, the person who turned like his body parts into dinosaurs. And then for DC, I think Logan knows what I'm gonna say.
Metamorpho.
Yeah.
No, Metamorpho's not appearing in Batman. Sorry.
Metamorpho's so
before you ask.
You know, he asked me to put Metamorpho in my Justice League series, even though he'd have like no relevance to the plot at all. He just wants the cameo, I guess.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, because I did my homework and I rewatched all the Behind the Bricks before this, so I had a feeling you were going to talk about Metamorpho.
You say that again? You watched what?
I rewatched all the episodes for Behind the Brick. I did my homework.
Oh my god!
Yeah, first
came prepared. I'm probably the first person to ever do that.
Yes, that we know of. That we know of. You are the first guest we've had on who actually did their homework about like
the first person brave enough to admit it, at least.
Yes, you're the first person brave enough to admit that you like came to the show prepared.
He's coming back on the show. I don't care. I don't care if he didn't like it. He's coming back on the show, bro.
Is that a threat?
Are you threatening him right now?
Maybe.
Are you threatening me?
You better say yes.
I mean, I would, but you know, let's finish the first interview.
Yeah.
At least let me take the dinner first.
Yeah. All right. So, how do you feel about the current state of the MCU?
Oh boy.
Oh, current state of the MCU.
Yeah.
I think currently, I mean, it's just whatever. I mean, I think the next few movies that come out are really going to either make or break it, in my opinion. Because, like, Brave New World, I saw it in theaters. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was just kind of whatever. But I mean, like Daredevil, I've seen only the first episode. I'm working on it, but it was good. I liked it enough. I still haven't seen like the original. I've only seen a few episodes of the original show, and I haven't seen any of the other like Defenders stuff. I just haven't gotten to it. But I mean, I think it's very hit or miss, and I think if like Secret Wars and Doomsday like either aren't good, I think it's pretty much going to kill it. Like I don't think anyone's going to care.
Yeah, if those movies flop, it's gonna like I think it's just gonna shatter the MCU. I heard that they're gonna do like a soft reboot after like Doomsday or something like that, or Secret Wars, something like that, to where they can have like Iron Man and them back or something.
This is what I'm remotely worried about because recently the Russo Bros made a film called Electric State. I mean, I personally don't think it was good or bad. I think it was just, a fun film. A lot of parts were slow, including the pacing. And it has a really low score on Rotten Tomatoes. But there's like this little track I've noticed from the Russo Bros that whenever they make an MCU film, it's a really, really high score on Rotten Tomatoes, or everybody loves it. But when they make their own idea film with their studio, it gets really low reviews, and it's just like, what? So at the moment, I'm kind of worried for Avengers: Secret Wars and Doomsday.
Yeah, I'm really
especially since it's all rewritten so fast from the Kang stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that because I'm not saying I mean they could have in a way just brought back Jonathan Majors really quickly, showed him getting killed off by Doom or something.
They could have.
But
Or it could just be the
recently,
exact same script. They just Control F searched for Kang and then replaced it with Doom.
yeah, all that. But recently, what
Yeah,
happened?
because that happens.
Recently, Jonathan Majors came out saying he's guilty himself, so he's kind of like pooped his own career. Yeah,
Didn't
he
hear
came
Yeah.
out
that.
saying he's guilty.
I tried to stay away from that, like knowing too much about that, just because I didn't really care.
I did. I should have done the same, but then I saw that. I was like, oh, okay, well, there goes your career, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude literally just assassinated his own career.
I mean, at least he's honest. That's
Yeah, at least he was
Yeah.
honest though. Honesty is the best policy.
I mean, I guess he was hoping to get like honesty points or something, but
Yeah, I guess he was just looking for bonus points. Like, maybe if I'm honest and come forward about my confession, maybe they'll, I don't know, take a
they'll
couple.
just say,
years.
"Oh well, here's
Yeah.
your job back."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh well.
I
Here
mean-
you go.
at least he's honest like some people. Am I right, Amber?
Oh.
I didn't really follow that all that much. I heard some stuff about that, but I didn't really like.
Yeah, I didn't
follow
really
it
pay
all that closely.
too much attention to it.
Anyway,
Yeah. So, do you like Star Wars? If
here we
so,
go.
what's your favorite movie or story from the franchise?
I do, in fact, like Star Wars. And
Oh, no.
favorite
Oh, no.
movie. I'm gonna be boring and pick A New Hope, just because
That's okay. I like New Hope.
it's. I mean, it's just my personal favorite. It's the one I can just kind of like throw on and not really like have to like think about it and just like watch it and enjoy it.
Understandable. Nothing wrong with using a classic. My only fear is that you went with one of the sequels.
Have
I
you guys
could've-
noticed how
I could have. Honestly, maybe I should have.
No, no,
That would have
please.
just been funny.
It would have, but I also would have had a stroke.
how do you feel about the current state of live action DC movies now that James Gunn is in charge?
I'm optimistic, but also slightly cautiously optimistic because James Gunn, he hasn't made a bad superhero movie, so it'll be a little weird if he started now. But
yeah,
then again, there is a lot riding on Superman being good because if it somehow isn't, then again you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot before
Yeah.
you even start running.
right.
And like with the amount of characters that are announced to be in it, I'm a little worried that it might be a little too overstuffed. But I'm holding all my judgment until release day.
Yeah, I saw the trailer, and I mean, it looked good from what I saw, from what I remember in that trailer. It looked pretty good. And when does it come out? Like July 11th?
Yeah,
this year.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
There's apparently going to be a 5-minute clip releasing in Thailand for the Minecraft film. So Thailand's really lucky.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go see the Superman movie in theaters when it
Yeah,
comes out.
I mean, I'll definitely make a point to go see it.
Oh yeah.
I think the problem is, I've said this before because it's just ridiculous at this point. Snyder fans, when they saw, what's it called? Man of Steel. And then now they're saying, Superman's not meant to be with joy or hope. Like, just because he killed Zod,
Oh my god.
he could have done that a different way. He could have turned his head to the left.
Could have just knocked him out.
Or covered his eyes, because Superman can
Actually,
handle
yeah. That is true. He could have just knocked him out.
But you got all these Snyder fans. That we have a Snyder fan there's a Snyder fan on one of the Discord servers. I won't say the names, but it's really annoying.
Yikes.
And they're like trying to boycott James Gunn, trying to boycott the Superman film. What are you doing? You cannot be doing this because you're ruining a film for people they've worked hard on. It's just dumb, but
Yeah.
And I think one of my main worries is the fact that we have the guy who made the Flash film making the DCU.
Yeah, that does worry me a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I'm also worried about Damian Wayne because I don't know if this is a hot take, but I despise Damian with a
Oh,
passion.
same. So do I.
So I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried they make him like too annoying, like he was in the animated movies that were coming out in like the 2010s.
Would
So
just be
I'm a little
scary.
worried about that, but I mean, all will be forgiven if they make Batman a blue and gray suit.
Oh yes.
I think it will
for
be
sure.
blue and grey because someone like Creature Commandos. I don't know if you watched it. Spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't watched it.
I've seen the clip, so
He's really
I've seen
bulky.
nothing.
So Alan Richardson could, I'm just saying this. Alan Richardson could be a good fit for him. And if you look closely, there's like highlights. There's like blue.
Mhm.
There's like a little bit of highlight blue, like dark blue, like the long Halloween blue. If you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
honestly, like Long Halloween or like the Hush style suit, I think would be perfect.
Yeah.
And he definitely does have those pants on, so I want to see those tights, big boy Bruce.
Oh. Now, as like since
Oh.
this is like since Superman's like the first installment in like a fresh new DC universe, I think it really has to like put its best foot forward. Otherwise, the rest
Yeah.
of nobody's gonna come back to watch any movie that's really associated with this new DCU because of if the first one's a flop, it's like the domino effect, right?
Mhm.
If one falls, the rest will fall as well. Only a matter of time, honestly.
This is the thing though, because like James Gunn is making a film, and he's understood the character. He's got people doing the research with their characters, and like people saying, "Oh, you're casting your friends, James." He's not. He's casting good actors
Exactly.
for roles, and yeah, sure they are his friends, but they're good actors at the same time. Really good actors, and you cannot but weigh on that. And then we're getting characters we've never seen in live action before. We were getting Guy Gardner. We're getting you know who I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, Metamorpho.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that metamorphing guy.
Yeah, it's morphin time.
We're getting Mr. Terrific. I think we've seen Mr. Terrific in live action, actually. I don't know.
I don't know.
Think so, but at least the actor will get a chance to be a superhero again. But James actually gets to live. Hopefully,
James has specified that they're not going to be cameos; they're going to be a part of the story, which is good. We don't want cameos.
Yeah, that's very good.
So I'm hopeful. Anyway.
All right. So what's your favorite video game and why?
Ooh, I will feel like I've done this for all the questions, but I'm gonna give a modern answer and then like a retro game answer. So for modern, I have to go Red Dead Redemption 2. Just
Resident Evil. That's gonna be yippee.
No, it's got to be Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, just the story.
Wait, never mind. Let's go again.
The story, the characters, the gameplay. It's just I've replayed it 3 times, and honestly, tonight I might even start my 4th playthrough just because
it's a 99-hour game. How are you replaying for the 4th time?
I have a lot of time on my hands.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Yeah, for retro games, GoldenEye 64 on the Nintendo 64. It's just
my dad loved that game.
It's just it's basically the reason why we have most first-person shooters on console today, and it's also what got me into James Bond. So there's that.
Oh.
So and it's for a game of that era. A lot of them don't hold up very well, but I think that one does. Like I think it's just really easy to go back to, and it's just one of those easy, fun type games.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. For like the modern answer, I thought for a moment with like the slight pause, I thought you were gonna say Fortnite just to get a reaction out of people.
Nah, I've actually never played.
Really?
I've never played Fortnite actually.
I used to play it a lot. I mean, now I'll get on it like every now and then. I don't really care about like what I like to call modern Fortnite, like whatever season it happens to be now, because Fortnite OG exists. So whenever I get really bored and decide to like just kind of lay back and play that, I play the original Fortnite, not the overpowered stuff that they're coming out now, I think. But who's your favorite Star Wars character?
I mean, I think I gotta go with General Grievous, mostly just because like he was my favorite as a kid. and a lot of my like favorite characters from anything are just the ones I liked as a kid. And yeah, I mean, he's a fucking robot with 4 lightsabers. I swore again, damn it. But the
No,
4
that's fine.
lightsabers, it's spinny. So, that's just it's just cool. So I'm gonna have to go with General Grievous. And I think there's a lot of like story potential, more so like the Legends version, not so much like the canon.
Yeah.
But like, he's like a warrior. He's basically like a demigod of his people.
Really, yeah.
And I think that he'd be a good like Disney Plus style show, because you wouldn't at least like him like on like his like alien planet, like I think that could work, because it wouldn't need like a humongous budget. But then again, it's Star Wars, so like everything's got a humongous budget. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there's potential for that, but I mean, I don't think we'll ever see that.
Yeah, because Kathleen Kennedy has outright stated, we have no source material. I literally I call BS. There's a whole slew of it called Legends, or at least that's what they call it,
Mm.
So it's like, with the right cooks in the kitchen, because I heard she was like stepping down. She's gonna be stepping down at some point soon, which made me very happy.
Mm-hmm. I
Love
think,
my
yeah.
opinion or hate it. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like once she's out of there and someone who like actually likes Star Wars and knows what they're doing comes in, I feel like they can turn the franchise around and bring it back to like what it used to be. Because like not a whole lot of people really like Star Wars anymore, I think,
Yeah.
because of like the sequels and the Acolyte and all of that stuff. And they see that and go, ew, you like Star Wars? And I've seen memes on my phone of like you like Star Wars, and then you swipe to the next one, it's like Legends and stuff like that, and it says no, I like Star Wars.
Logan, I'm sorry to bust your bubble, buddy, but she's not leaving. She said she isn't.
Darn. I mean, I will say I do not despise everything Disney has made with Star Wars.
Well, yeah,
I think
not all of
there are good things that have come out of it. I
Yeah.
think I think it needs a James Gunn to like kind of just show up and just like change just change morale, kind of, because
Yeah.
the same thing
Pretty
happened with DCEU. It's just one person came in and kind of had a little too much power and just kind of changed everything, and public didn't really care for it as much. So now you need someone new to come in to kind of get the people you lost back.
Yeah, I agree with that. Not everything Disney made was bad. Most of it is, in my opinion, but there have been some shows and stuff that they put out there that I actually did find to be pretty all right. My favorite, like, Disney original Star Wars character, the only one I personally thought was good and felt like something George Lucas would have made, is Balin Skull.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. I mean, it's a shame that the actor died, so
Oh yeah,
I don't know what they're going to do with his character now.
I heard they're recasting him with
Yeah.
someone from Lord of the Rings. Well, I forgot the name of the character. Like,
But I mean, yeah, I mean, he was kind of just like, I like how he was. Yeah, he's the bad guy, but he's kind of more in the middle.
yeah, he's like in the gray area, kind of like Punisher almost. He's like in
Yeah,
the
kind
middle.
of.
Like, he's not completely evil, but he's not like goody two shoes either. He's like kind of like serves his own agenda and kind of does whatever I guess is necessary to fulfill said agenda.
I also like that, like his character goal is essentially to like stop Star Wars from happening.
Essentially, yeah.
What is your favorite comic book series?
Oh, comic books. I'm probably gonna have to go with the 1975 Giant Size X-Men.
Ooh.
Just because, I mean, I think X-Men is like the first comic book series that I actually like fully like started reading, because I mean my dad's a huge nerd, so he had like literally we have a basement just full of comic books, so I was able to raid his
That's
supply.
peak. That's
Yeah.
peak. So, how do you feel about the current state of animated DC content?
Like animation, like brick film or the
Like professionally made DC
oh
animation.
those. I really didn't like keep up with the like any of the Tomorrowverse stuff besides Long Halloween, which I thought it was good the first time I watched it, but then I read the comic and then I rewatched it, and then I kind of don't like it anymore. I think they changed a lot, and not a lot of the changes were very good, in my opinion. I mean, I think there are some things that they changed that I do like they streamlined the identity of the Holiday Killer, which I did appreciate because it was a little confusing in the book, but whereas the movie they made it one person and make a little more sense. But a lot of just the animation I never really cared for. I like the designs were just so like bland, whereas in the book they're, in my opinion, some of the like quintessential designs for those characters.
Hmm.
So I mean, I don't know where they're going with it now. I mean, like Creature Commandos, I still haven't seen, but I've heard good things about. And then I don't know what else is coming next. I mean, there was whatchamacallit, the Batman show on Amazon, which I thought was also
Cape Crusader,
Cape
something
Crusader.
like
I
that.
thought that was pretty all right. You know, there were some good episodes, there were some less like just okay, but I think there were more like hits than misses. Like I don't know if this is like hot take or not, but I actually kind of like what they did with Harley Quinn and kind of, made her own separate character, like separate from the Joker, which I
I
thought
think
was
that's
an
a good
interesting.
idea.
It
Yeah.
was it was definitely an interesting idea, and I think for the most part it worked.
I
But I mean,
actually haven't seen a whole lot of the show. I remember like back during the summer last year, like around when it came out, I think it was like August or something like that, like somewhere
mhm,
in there when it came out. I remember being on call with CJ Studios
mm,
and we watched I think the first episode or at least a portion of it. I remember not a thing from
mm.
it other than the fact that they made Penguin a woman, which I thought that was a little weird, which I
Yeah,
actually did mention on one of the last interviews.
yeah. I mean, I think it's a weird idea. I think it could have worked if they just did more with it. Like if they made her more of like a Cruella de Vil type like snob, it could have been like more fun. If they just like had more fun with it, I think it could have been good. But she was just kind of like normal and not like she was like evil, like she killed her own son,
Oh,
but like she didn't.
wow.
It was just kind of like she was very monotone, and I think if her voice actor just had more like peppy kind of fun energy, I think it could have worked. But
If the voice actor cared.
yeah, she just kind of was. Honestly, I think the voice acting of that show just wasn't that great. But
Hmm. I would
all in
have
all,
to
I think it
like
was
go
fine.
watch it. I'd have to go like watch the show to be able
Hmm.
to give my opinion. That way it
Yeah,
doesn't seem like I'm just talking smack about something I don't know about, you know?
yeah.
Is this the last thing I want to do is like come on here talking smack about stuff I hardly know anything about.
Hmm.
That just make me look like an idiot. But um I think that's all we have for this interview today. Thank you for
All
being
right.
here, SBS Productions.
All right.
I
No, thank you.
really appreciate it. You're
Yeah,
helping get the
anytime.
comedies no, uh the podcast. I was thinking of something else. The podcast back on its feet
Yeah.
after like 3 or 4 months of almost nothing. Um I hope you all enjoyed this interview. I know I did. I don't know about you, Harry, who's muted and gone. So be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And I hope you all have a marvelous day. Our next guest, I'm gonna see if we can get Clue Fearless Brick Productions on. I'll have to ask him if he'd be interested. It's either gonna be him or maybe in a Flash
Payday.
Films. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Be safe out there.
See you later, my giggity gamers.
Chat, can we ban this guy?
I want to
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.